Hi, this is Sylvia Durell. This episode of the ABCs of Buttons features favorite T and U buttons of members of the Hernando County Button Collectors Group of Florida. To see the list of T and U buttons we used as reference, visit my blog from September 7, 2017 on holybuttons.com. Today we'll start by looking at all of our members' T buttons, then we will share our U buttons. Anne Buckingham's T is for transportation and turtles. Anne is sharing 3 transportation buttons. The first is her Broadway cable button, back marked with Scoville. It measures 7/8 of an inch. Next is her Dollar Steamship Line button with a back mark of superior quality. It is 5/8 of an inch. And thirdly, Anne's Pickwick Greyhound Lines button. It's back marked Craddock, Kansas City, Missouri. It measures 5/8 of an inch. And lastly, Anne's Carved Turtles button. It's made from bone and measures 2 inches at its widest part. TESS BUTZ's T is for tiny buttons. Tess says, I had to really get creative for these buttons. She's sharing 6 tiny black glass buttons and 7 shell buttons. My T is for toggles, tomato, 12-hole, and twinkle. My variety of toggle buttons are all plastic and range in size from 1 to 2 inches. Next is my little, only 5/16 of an inch, plastic tomato pin cushion. My 12-hole dark blue plastic button measures an inch. And finally, my twinkle button, which is made out of metal, measures an inch also. HEDY Emerson's T is for tie buttons, thistle, and toggles. HEDY's 6 tie buttons range in size from a little under and a little over 1/2 inch. They are metal. Next is HEDY's thistle button. It is metal and measures 1/2 inch. She thinks it might be pewter. HEDY's toggles include a 1.5 inch real bamboo one and a celluloid tube with black ribbing that features paste rhinestones around the black surface. The tube is hollow. There are metal loops on the back of both toggles for attaching them. Georgene Jurgenson's T is for towers. Georgene tells us, the tiny metal Victorian picture buttons are my favorites. She adds, the edge design around each button is unique. The smallest tower depicted is less than 1/8 inch. Marlene Miller's T is for teapot, theater, tower, triangle, and turquoise. We'll start with Marlene's teapot, which is a plastic realistic. It is 1 inch tall. Her theater button features a man and a woman actors. It is metal and measures 1 3/4 inch. Her tower button is also metal and it measures 3/4 inch. Marlene's plastic triangle-shaped button measures 1 1/4 inch. The first of her 2 turquoise buttons is a flower made from marbleized glass. It is 1 inch. Her second turquoise button is an octagonal shape and is just 1/2 inch. Virginia RUSK T is for tennis, tree, and tapestry. Kyla Sordino's T is for thistle. It is 3/4 inch and made of metal and is decorated with a Scottish thistle. Now let's look at our U buttons. Anne Buckingham's U is actually a W for uniform buttons and U.S. government agencies. Starting with the U.S. prison button on the top left, It has a back mark of superior quality. It measures 1 1/8 inch. Next to that is the U.S. Penitentiary button, which has no back mark and measures 7/8 of an inch. On the bottom is Anne's U.S. Border Patrol button, which is back marked with Waterbury Button Company. It measures 1 1/8 inch. And lastly, a U.S. Immigration button with a back mark of Myers Shop, Washington, D.C. It measures 7/8 of an inch. TESS BUTZ's U is for unique shaped buttons. She's sharing 7 shell buttons with distinctly different shapes. My U is for ugly button. I bought this button on this card at a button sale in Ohio. How could I pass it up? The wave shape is pearl, but the rest of it is undetermined. HEDY Emerson's U is for umbrella. Her plastic button measures 1/2 inch. JURGENSON's U is for uniform. Her gold medal button measures 1/2 inch. It is marked Waterbury, Connecticut on the back. GEORGENE points out that the word South Dakota and the state flag is on it. GEORGENE says, I was born and raised in South Dakota. With so few people who live there, I was amazed to find this button. It is a prize. Kyler Cedino's U is for United States Navy button. Her 7/8 inch round button is of gold-colored metal. It was made in the United States by Streamline. Well, that's all for the T and U buttons. Thanks to everyone who sent me their photos of buttons. Next week, we will complete the alphabet with V, W, X, Y, and Z buttons. To see a list of possibilities, visit my website's blog at holybuttons.com and look for September 2017. You can contact me at holybuttons@gmail.com with any suggestions or comments. Thanks. Bye now.